All right, we are live. We are live. We are live. We are live. I'm going to let people get in here. You guys see the title. We about to go in. We about to go in. So let me find my video real quick and see if I can hear myself. We're going to go here. Still saying upcoming. I don't know why. It's not showing anything. Okay, hold on. On video, for some reason, it's still just showing upcoming. Let me make sure I'm live right now. I should be. Yeah, I am. So, it just haven't started on YouTube for some reason. Okay, here's an ad. Gotta make sure. Come on, skip ad, skip ad. Let's see. Make sure I'm live. Okay, yep. We can hear myself. Okay. All right, guys. I guess it takes about 20 seconds to for YouTube to get it. I'm going to give everybody about 2-3 minutes to flood in. Noah Lyles, as you can see the title, he was defeated. He was defeated. So we got to go in as we always do. We got to go in as we always do here. Where is my tab? Right here. You know, FanDuel. Man, FanDuel, what y'all? This is hilarious. I see some tweet by FanDuel. I'll bring it up in a second. Guys, let me take this off the screen. Okay, look. Why say NBA Twitter waited for Noah Lyles after not winning the 200-meter final? They funny. They are funny. Come on now. That's funny. Funny enough, the NBA, well, they actually got to play the a lot of the NBA players that are competing at the Olympics. They do got to play multiple rounds, but that's like going through the rounds, and then you got the one final. So you only got one match that really is there. That well, technically, what, two? Because you got the ones for third, fourth, and all of that stuff, and then you got the first and second. So you got the rounds that matter, quote unquote, for the medals, and then you got the ones that are leading up to that, and those are like the rounds here. So, but that's funny. They're about to have a field day. They are about to have a field day with this. If you are here in the live, let me know where you're coming from, where you're chatting from, and we are about to go and discuss this. So for the people, and then it has this where he's on the ground. Hopefully they don't hit me with a copyright strike, because this thing is tiny on here. You know, he's being worn out and everything. Is he ingratiating it a little bit? Is he, you know, being a showman? Yeah, probably. Oh, well, you got the world's attention on you. It's the world's fastest man. The world's attention is on him. He took an L. That's so crazy, because I had a thought that maybe he wasn't going to get it. But I'm like, nah, he should be able to. It's his prime event. But you know what? After this, I got some words with it. I'm going to wait until the we get a larger audience before I say it. I'm going to say here. So, yeah, this is going to be hard for him getting those 4 gold medals. He's going to have to wait until the very next Olympics. Or he could do it at the World Championships. But, hey, the Olympics is the biggest stage, and he knows that. So that puts a little bit of a damper on him. This having to last that long, and he's got COVID. So that's come out that he has COVID. Where is that right here? Let's pull up this article while we're waiting. It says, they couldn't wait to put this one up. So it says Noah Lyles test positive for COVID after winning bronze in the 200-meter final at the Olympics. Now, it was clearly before. It has been revealed that Noah Lyles is suffering from COVID after he only managed a bronze medal in the 200-meter final. Now, here's something that I will say in particular. Now, I know some people are going to cut some things here. No, they're not really doing super quarantine and everything like that. I'm going to repeat some of this because some people are going to come in live later. But, Institute Roy, it's about, they said like almost half the athletes there got COVID or something like that. It's not doing the same thing that they did before where they're quarantined. And in my opinion, I'm going to say it here. There shouldn't have even been any quarantines like that. Not at all. The people that were at risk were unhealthy people, which actually that's the majority of the United States, majority of the United Kingdom, majority of pretty much a lot of the West. They're unhealthy because they're very, very fat, right? That's unhealthy right there. So the people that were at risk are unhealthy people, old people, and young people. Like every disease is old, young, super young, and unhealthy. Now, when you start putting up masks, you prevent the immunity for going out. That's why now the little kids, a few years later, they're getting sicker more frequently because they put them on masks. They were in their development years, they were not able to build up the immunity resistance. That's why you see epidemic after epidemic go in China and freaking Japan all the time, because they're always masking up, and they were ready for it. So they're always masking up. Then they got another one. Then they got another one. They need to be able to allow that to go through. They call it, quote, herd immunity. I'm not going to use that phrase, but they should have did it. Now they're not doing it. So this just shows you the scam and the sham of everybody locking down. They're not really quarantining everybody like that. But here's something that is particularly bad for him, because he has asthma. So that's like a double whammy, because it is something that affects that level. So him having asthma, that kind of affected him in another way. I probably had COVID at some point, because all of the symptoms or whatever, never did really get that tested. I was like, oh, that's very interesting. You feel way different for somebody. It only lasted like 24 or 48 hours. But then for a whole month and a half, all of my times, I remember I ran, and I was trying as hard as I could. I ran 8 minutes in a mile, and I was like, dang, I feel heavy. I'm supposed to be doing like a warm-up mile at like 6:14 and 6:20. And I'm over here trying as hard as possible, and I'm barely scraping through 8 minutes. That's how much different it was on my body. But yeah, so let's see. They said, I knew this dude would lose if he didn't have lane 6 or 7. I was being tongue-in-cheek. You really need a perfect scenario to get the double. Beats a burr person. Beats a burr person. I don't know if I'm Aber person. Oh, beats Aber. I don't know. I'm gonna stop trying to pronounce that. That's what he said. That's BS. They were that's the BS they were spreading. Bro, ATR, you preach it to the choir. Bro, all the Netflix that dude lost, end of story. So why did he run if he has COVID? Excuses. He lost and he is embarrassed. He's not embarrassed. Okay. Stop preaching about COVID now, brother. Stop the COVID ish. He lost. He is ashamed. I could talk whatever the heck I want to talk over here. All right. Now everyone is mad, but if he's sick, he's sick. People don't compete for less. See, this is what I got. I got respect. Since we gonna go there, Shelly Ann didn't even compete. Okay, Sha'Carri Richardson. I wasn't gonna go there, but I already knew some people were gonna come here. I got respect for people that still came out. They didn't get the warm up. You could claim injury or not. Even Oblique Seville, with some of the stuff he's going through, I got more respect for him, even though I roasted him, because he went out there and competed. Sha'Carri did not want to compete and lose against them youngins. All right. Julian Alfred was there. Then we had like some Jamaica, who typically, not all, but enough, disown the rest of the Caribbean. When Jamaica wins, we win. When somebody else wins, it's the Caribbean. I've noticed this time and time again. Whether it was Shanae Miller-Weibo, whether it is going to be Julian Alfred, it's like, let St. Lucius get the win. I could go over Jamaican athletes. They're in the Olympics putting out tweets now. But I was going to save that for another video. I could do that right now. These are Olympians, because they made the Olympics. They're competing for Jamaica, and they're putting out, as long as Noah Lau, or as long as Sha'Carri Richardson didn't win, or this is a Caribbean win and everything. It's like, y'all acting brand new. Because you could just go down their tweet storm when the women were winning and the men and women. You got history. You could go down their tweets. They're not saying when Jamaica won, it's Jamaica and Caribbean. It was Jamaica, Jamaica, Jamaica. That's it. Now, when they want to be us, everybody versus the United States, is that. Here comes the comment section that's going to flood that. I got respect for the people that go out there and do it. If he's sick, Hey, he lost. That's what this title is. He got crushed. Not just lost. He got crushed. But I am going to bring that up just to paint the picture in the background. And you can tell he's a little bit sick because his lips are white. I'm like, you look at his mouth and stuff, his lips are white. It's pale. So I got 100% respect for still Sha'Carri going out there, and she didn't get the proper warm up and everything. Shelly Ann should have came out there and really just competed. I mean, she got really nothing to lose. She's at the twilight end of her career. Merlin Adi kept competing until she was in her 50s. Because I could bring up other people. I could bring up other Jamaicans that kept competing. They were losing, they winning, they losing, they winning. Because remember, in Tokyo, I even said it, and everybody knows this. If Shelly Ann wasn't getting that gold, she basically let up against Elaine and was going to get a bronze or nothing. If the people were close enough, she just stopped trying. It was like, dang, I did it, and she let up. So we know this. We know this already. I hold back some of the stuff I say because I'm just being courteous and kind to some people. But some of y'all been pushing a little bit too far. Some of y'all been pushing a little bit too far because, and I see the comments. I see what people are doing on other videos. I start watching more of those. So anyway, let's go over here. That was a good win for Letsile Tebogo. Like I said yesterday, I wouldn't be surprised if he did get a win. Like, I would be surprised if Noah lost, but I'm not surprised it's him. Okay? This is still a surprise, but I'm not surprised it's him. That is congratulations and a national freaking record on top of that. I think and an African record. So he has now gotten that area record for Africa. Frankie Fredericks has now moved over. And here's a gold medal in the 200 meters at the Olympics. That is a huge thing right there. So let's go down to the results right here. A 19. Oh, what did he get flagged for? Did he get flagged for behavior too? Improper conduct? Oh my goodness. This is funny. First, Michael Norman. I didn't see anything that he got flagged for improper conduct. Maybe because he was on the track and he was there and he was just taking his time and he fell over or something. And they was like, man, you doing too much. You over exaggerated. Because he went and congratulated Tebogo. Like, he literally went up, dapped him and everything. He said his congratulations to him. Then he went to the ground. What are they flagging him for improper conduct? I need to find this one out. Let me see this. I don't. What did he do that they flagged him for? Other than he was on the ground, he was a little bit exhausted. This is what people have done in the 200 in the past. There have been like 2 or 3 that have at the line, they go down, they lay down for a second, and then they get up. So they flagged him for improper conduct. Man, if they take his medal away, that would be even crazier. Like, if they just DQ him. Now, you know, if they DQ him, we know that if he was Jamaican, it would be, oh no, they cheated him because he's Noah Lyles. It's going to be, oh, he deserves that. But what the heck did he get flagged for improper conduct? That's what I wanted. This is distracting me off the topic for just a second. I am confused. Okay. Let me get something straight for the weirdos that come here saying this weird stuff. Number one, Usain Bolt is not running anymore. He's not competing. If he went out there on the track, he wouldn't even make the team. All right? Let's just be honest. He's out of shape. That's like saying Michael Johnson. In this case, we should have been holding up. See, when the United States loses, we're gracious. Y'all notice even here, that's why a lot of people were coming here, because I'm upholding Jamaica. I'm saying, hey, look, Jamaica's looking good or whatever. See, us Black Americans and many Jamaicans, I would say most, are okay. Somebody else wins. Hey, that's just fine. But then you got the loud people here, like the where you at? Neville Walker, just hating on it. You know better too. You're a grown ass man and you know better. You probably in your 40s. Because I know my audience. A vast majority of you guys are in your 40s and 50s. Then we got the crowd. because of the Olympics, now it's between 25 and 45. But most of my audience, and I was surprised when I looked at the stats, are in your 40s and 50s. You should be ashamed of yourself for just playing dumb like that. It's not ignorance, it's playing dumb. Just straight up. When you say world's fastest man is this, you know it's a title. You guys have been watching it since before I was born. You guys have been watching it since before I was born. You know the world's fastest man. You guys brought up races between Donovan Bailey and Michael Johnson. And y'all know they were racing for the world's fastest man title in that 150. Y'all know that. So now y'all acting brand new because y'all had a chance in Kashane Thompson. I always keep thinking, when I say Kashane, I'm like Elaine. But Kashane Thompson. But y'all lost. Take the L. Now I'm over here saying, hey, Noah Lyles lost. But y'all trying to have a field day. Guess what? Not one Jamaican was there in front of Noah Lyles. He got bronze. Deal with it. Not one Jamaican was there. You don't have to put somebody else down to uphold yourself. But if you're going to go there, I will go there. There's not a Jamaican in the 400 final where Quincy Hall got that. I didn't see him. How come Jamaica didn't jump in? Sprint powerhouse, right? 400, that's a sprint. 400 hurdles, we know how that's about to go down. Although you do have a Jamaican that made the final. Are they going to win? No. Maybe get a medal, maybe not. Uphold your people. Tia Clayton made it at 19 years old. Y'all were more concerned about Julian Alfred beating Sha'Carri. And actually just beating the US. It wasn't about Sha'Carri. That y'all didn't even praise Tia Clayton, except for I made a title that Tia Clayton flopped or something. That was the only time. It was in reaction to me saying it. But if I go by the tweets on Twitter, on X, let me go over here real quick, was not praising Tia. It was all over Sha'Carri. Oh, Sha'Carri. You know, Sha'Carri's name got brought up more because she got a silver. You know how much that does? That's marketing. And y'all know I talk about business on this channel. So there's some new people that are here. I talk about business. What you just did by all of the hating, because remember, hating breeds people and eyes and attention to somebody. See, when the U.S. was losing, we were congratulated. We were like, hey, Jamaica was winning. I'm over there cheering for Usain Bolt. I'm over here like, man, I want Tyson Gay to win. Usain Bolt got it. I'm like, man, dang, did y'all see that world record back in 2009? I remember that. Oh, Justin Gatlin, come on, let's get Usain Bolt. But when Usain Bolt got it, I was like, man, that is freaking amazing. Y'all can't handle 18 years of dominance. 18 years of mainly just one person on the men's side. Just think about that. And just two on the women's side. You get a couple in here. Actually, Veronica Campbell-Brown, I'll put that. That's three. You get a handful of people, and then you lose one Olympics, because this is the worst one since 2004, if I'm not mistaken, for Jamaica. And y'all are acting like 5-year-olds, throwing a tantrum. This makes the country look worse, but it makes the U.S. look better, because everybody knows how the U.S. was acting when the U.S. lost. It's like, hey, good job to y'all. But y'all claiming somebody that's not yours. Let St. Lucian people be great. Let them be great. All right. Let's go back over here real quick. Let's go to Twitter. Okay. Now it's Noah Lyles. This probably where he got flagged from. That's probably where he got flagged from. Hey, Never Nerve, if you want to run the channel, go ahead and start your own video. You can do that somewhere else. Okay, it said, bro gets gold in the 100 and bronze in the 200 meters, and people want to hate on a man. Surely y'all got something better to do than trash a man's accomplishments. Okay, it said, you lost, quit milking it, brother. Hey, Patrick Boyle. Hey, you good. Bro thinks he's the main character. Man, these NBA players finna come at Noah Lyles, though. They finna come at his throat. Every time he slips up, he finna come at his throat. They said my mom's. So this man came up there. They said he got to eat the L for all the talk. Love the confidence, though. Okay. as U.S. men's basketball is going to win gold in a few days, we will see who the, quote, world champs are now. Quit acting, own up to the loss, move on with the 4x1. They said bad actor, drama king, so on and so forth. Okay. And then they say he's clearly not 100%. Now, somebody's saying this man is so overrated. The dude got a bronze. And he's the world's fastest man because he just won the 100, but he's overrated. Okay, cool. But yeah, this is going to be some of it. This is going to be some of it that they're going to be saying. So as far as the race, Noah Lyles, he didn't get left in the blocks. So that was there, but he just started behind him. And when I saw it up to about 60 meters, I'm like, this is about too much like 2019. And something tell me he ain't got the 2019 in him. So I hope he gets it by the 120. Because if not, then it's going to look a little bit crazy. Because Letsile, he kind of got a close on him too. He's got to be a little bit closer. The race just went and it ran away, and it ran away, and it ran away. And then Lyles just kind of had to let up. Lyles just kind of had to let up. So they did finish, but just not in the order that I thought. The people that I called, yeah. People that I called, yeah. And Fambale did not get that curve that he needed, and he could not really produce. He did not produce at all. He couldn't get the curve that he needed. He didn't produce. Tebogo, he came in 1946, no slouching time at all. One of the quickest times in history. Just getting under 19.5 is just crazy amazing. Kenny Bednarek, he been on Noah Lyles' ass the whole time. And this is a Noah Lyles that's not at 90%. Because I said you would need a 90% or more for him to win. He's below a 90%. It's clear. He's running on 80. Because if he was lower than that, he probably wouldn't have even got the bronze. So this is still pretty decent for Noah, but not where he should be according to his abilities. 26 races in a row. He comes by and he loses. That is a big disappointment for him. He's going to be beating up on himself. He suffers from depression already. So definitely he going to be on that therapist on overdrive. Just same thing with Aaron Brown. And y'all know I kind of got on Aaron Brown with that, but he had the Great Pretender. He probably should get the same therapist that Noah Lyles has, because they done done some work with him. They really got him together. He's going to have to go back and he's going to get that work in. He's going to need it because he got to come back in that 4x1. He's going to have to hold it together, because if not, he needs to take himself off and let somebody else do it. If he can't get back together mentally and forget about this, he needs to let someone else get on that relay, because it'll be the difference between the U.S. even getting a medal where they're projected to win, or just not getting a medal at all. That's why I think his headspace could be at after this. But he's going to have to hold it together. Bednarek, I got to give him his props. Again, he came in at 100. He's working on his 100. That is the same type of thing you saw Lyles doing. He made it on the 100 team, made the finals, and you know he's better at the 200. So this is a great chance to capitalize on that. That is something that I think Knighton should really try to get on. Let me see. Let me go read some of the comments. Somebody saying why I click on this BS. Hey, Jeremy Mia, thanks so much for putting not only your country but the whole continent to its first Olympic gold in sprinting after so many silvers and bronze in African history. I know, right? CC Sports Lab, why should I tell you who the fastest woman alive is? Okay. Finally is gold. No one understands the fact that Lyles raced 6 races in 1.5 weeks. He isn't made of titanium. He has muscles, glands, and psychology. So stop yapping about losing. Conti's said. Okay, I will say this. We don't have to make too many excuses. I brought up the COVID thing for him. We're going to explain the reasoning why, but I'm not going to make up an excuse. See, over here in the United States, we're not making excuses for athletes. especially not me. I'm going to congratulate him on his bronze. See, we don't trash talk the people that's not just winning. You know, Johan Blake did bring up something about Jamaica, that if you're not winning, they're not uplifting. I mean, that is the truth. Over here, we don't do the same thing. We don't have the same background with that. Noah Lyles not winning. Okay, great. The NBA players go get on him, and a couple of some of the Americans that didn't like his comment on that are going to get on him. The vast majority are going to be like, look, congratulations, you got a bronze. We're going to say, congratulations, your ass got a bronze. That's good. Like Sha'Carri, we was over there. We didn't get up on her behind. We were like, look, you came out there and did what you did. We found out the situation that happened. It's great. You risked getting injured because you couldn't warm up. Hey, you got a silver. You brought that home. You made us proud. Yeah, some of these people are sore ass losers. Let me see. Somebody said, why I click on this BS? Yeah, I wonder why you clicked on it and stayed here. Lexus Hall. Yep, that is correct. Noah is making track even more popular. And that's the whole point. Noah Lyles, for as much as people are going to hate on him, y'all bringing them more attention by talking about him, Sha'Carri, and they're the ones bringing in the eyes and the eyeballs. So this is what I want to talk about earlier. And I almost forgot about it. And then I'll get back to the race in just a second. This whole thing is a business. And I showed y'all, since some of the people did not see this yesterday, let me bring this up for you and bring y'all up to date. This is World Athletics. Track and field, I had that video called Track and Field is Dead. They spent in 2023, they made 54.2 million and they spent 70.6 million. You don't need to be a mathematician to see that that's a $16 million difference. They took a loss. They got 46 million. I'm going to do a quick summary of that. They got 46 million left over. Here's Diamond League 2019 numbers here. The prize money for first of any random Diamond League, $10,000. Eighth place was $1,000 for the regular season. At the championships, $50,000. Eighth place becomes $2,000. Okay, fast forward to just 2021, and the Diamond League winning pot is now $10,000 for first, so that's still the same. Third place did change, but we only focus on first and eighth. Eighth got 500, not 1,000, and then it went down to 30 freaking thousand. Okay, not 50,000, 30,000. Not 2,000 for eighth, 1,000. They are leaking money, and you need a person like a Noah Lyles and a Sha'Carri Richardson, or y'all just not gonna have a sport or something to big up. Remember, because think about this. Everybody keeps saying, "Oh, Jamaica's so humble." Jamaica, no, y'all not. Let's just say that, because you can't be humble and have pride at the same time. They do not coexist. So you're either going to have one or the other. And really, it's not pride at this point. This is called arrogance. That's what that is. This is arrogance. When you lose and then you still trash talk, you sound like Ingebrigtsen when he lost in 2022 and said, Whiteman didn't beat me. I lost myself. And if you ask him, he will admit he didn't beat me. I beat myself. Like, who says that retarded ass bullshit? Like, who says that? Only a sore loser would say that. There's a difference between saying, yeah, I got in my way. Because Shane, he took that very well. He was like, yeah, I didn't trust in my speed. That's saying I lost that race. But he didn't have to put Noah or anybody else down for him to say what the truth was. Hey, you know what? I lost the race fair and square. I could have done better. There are some things I had to improve. Many of y'all are sounding like Ingebrigtsen, and it come around here talking about this. But hey, keep on doing it. You might not have a sport to even look at. Then what? I'm just saying, they're losing money. What's going to happen when they crap out? Because remember, some of these sports leagues can't go. What's going to replace it? Does the JAAA have something to replace World Athletics? Right now, no. You got your shot putter that couldn't even make a Thomas Dodd. She was over there complaining and saying, hey, JAAA, JOA, the Jamaican Olympic Association, whatever, they're over there. They're not supporting anybody except for the sprinters. So that means those field eventers, they're not getting no support. They couldn't even access their coaches for 2 weeks. That's what she said. She said this is the second time in a row that that's happened. The second time in a row. And the reason why y'all have the gold in the discus is because Ryan Krauser is also an Olympic athlete. So, of course, he's going to be able to access his athlete, right? Your Jamaican discus thrower that won gold, the only gold for Jamaica so far, was able to access his coach only because his coach is a fellow athlete. Otherwise, the field eventers weren't even allowed to get their coaches. If y'all don't believe me, I will play Thompson Dodd's voice herself when she said that. Right? I will play Thompson Dodd's voice herself if I need to. Somebody needs some proof, I will play her talking about it herself. But getting to this race, this was an amazing race by Letsile Tebogo. He's got the world best in the 200, so his strength is definitely here. And if he keeps improving and he improves that 100, he's going to be in record watch too. This is good, actually. I like this competition. I'm sure the way that Noah's team is going to put that together, they like the competition too. It was a big disappointment to lose at the 200, but the competition is great. You got a 19-4 athlete. It's not somebody just running away and streaking away by itself. That means you got to stay at top of the game every single time, because if you ain't top of the game, they can come away and get you. Now, Tebogo did this after some rounds. So this isn't a one-off race like Arian Knighton. This isn't some random track meet. This was at the time where everybody is looking at you. So that means this is even more legit for a championship setting, because we know that Noah Lyles got a 19-3 in him at his best after rounds. Now we know Letsile has a 19-4 mid after rounds. This is great competition. Let me see. Let me see some of these. Somebody who's arguing here. And the winner lost in 100 meters. Yep. That's cap. All I'm seeing is Noah slander. Never Nerve said. Let me see. Really, bro, the winner ran the same amount of races as Noah Lyles. Fred Bagans. True. He was bubbly just before the race. Well, yeah, he's gonna be putting on a show. He's got to put on a show. I wouldn't do anything different either. Even if I'm feeling a little bit off, I'm gonna be jumping around. That don't even make sense. I'm not even gonna entertain that. They said, "Girl," RG said, "Girl, please." He's a fraud like the Americans. He was jumping up like crazy before that race. After getting beat, now he's sick. No, it was already said he was sick yesterday. What are you talking about? Some of y'all on the line just say anything. See, this doesn't make you look better. You just look stupid. See, unlike Ray when he said, "Listen to me, stupid," or whatever, and then he walked it back. No, I am calling you and other commenters like yourself dumb. You can go somewhere else if you don't like that. I call out stupidity. That is dumb. That is a dumb comment. It's not smart. It's not ignorant. It's dumb. I remember Ray when he came out with his YouTube channel in 2021, or when he started doing it, he was like something stupid, or what was the catchphrase? A lot of y'all watched Ray. I really didn't too much. I watched some of them, but it was like something he said, "Listen, stupid," and then he went in the comment section, and I was like, "No, Ray, don't walk it back. Don't walk it back." That'll be like your slogan, where everybody thinks it's kind of funny, like a comedian calling somebody dumb. You know, it'll be like a laugh. But no, that I forgot what it was. Y'all know, just say it in the comment section. But anyway, they said mind games, LOL. Noah wasn't doing any mind games, not even in the 100. He won because Kashane was tense and Oblique couldn't handle the pressure. If he has COVID, why his affected ass on the track exposing other athletes more signs of a narcissist? No, you just go out there and you do the work. They said exactly, ignoring Kashane, tightening up. Okay, Trinity Clark said people have hated on him, not knowing that all the former track legends are cheering him on about spreading and branding track and field to be popular to the masses. Yes, that's exactly what's going on. That's exactly what's going on. I mean, Usain Bolt said that RC 40 athletes caught COVID and Lyles was one of the 40 to run with COVID and still place third. Is definitely a blessing and says a lot about his health. Tebogo definitely deserved the win. Exactly. Okay. RG said, "Hey, big mouth gal Alexis Hall and still beat Noah and was stolen his gold." Okay, I'm not even gonna read that. You just said a gold was stolen. Now you're just some of y'all some sore losers, and it's not making Jamaica look better. The brand of Jamaica is going down. Mildred Allen, the real Philip. I love that comment. Give unto an athlete what is due. Silver and bronze. Carl Stewart said, "Yeah, that's a fantastic silver and bronze. I'll take that. I'll take a silver and bronze. It's better than getting a silver and no medal. We got 2. All right, Carl Stewart. Will you give me credit for calling Tebogo before everyone else? Kevin Brown, you got that right on this one. You got that right on this one. I think you said, I think even you said that Noah was going to get bronze. The last time you said he wasn't going to get no medal. So, or you said he was going to get bronze the last time. Nah, but this one, I'll give you this one. I'll give you that, Kevin. Oh, yeah, so he said stupids. Okay, there you go. That's what it was. When would they reverse the gold to Kashane? Lexus Hall said, RG, you're the one acting like you're a runner. You're not. You're home. World record, Sydney. Oh, dang. Let's go here. Okay. Here go the Sprint Powerhouse Nation. And once again, let me just go ahead right here. I'm going to have to watch that race a little bit later. Y'all can find all these things on Twitter, I found. I was like, oh, when I can't find it, I could go to Twitter. So, I don't see a Jamaican in that final. Just to point that out. Just to point that out. But, hey, who's counting? So, here we go. Hurdles. 400 hurdles. I probably should have scheduled this after. Oh! Femke Bowl didn't even get this. Where the Femke bots at? Okay, wait a minute. Okay. You got Anna Cockrell. What? Wait a minute. What? Anna. With the cry face. Was she doing the cry face afterward? Was she doing the cry face afterward? Hold up. Wait a minute. Was she doing the cry face afterward? I'm so nervous to pull these things up because I don't want this whole stream to be taken. I need to find the race. Hold on. Let me find this race real quick. Let me find this race. Let me take this off the screen. Let me find the race. Hold on. Let me type this in. Find the race. 400 hurdles. Anna Cockrell. What? Hold on. Somebody funny with this American Eagle. World record in the women's 400 hurdles. I know, right? Hold on. For all the people here, see, this is what I want y'all to do. Again, yet another event where the US is there. Jamaica is down here. Y'all got 2 people there. Y'all should be proud of your 2 Olympians. Okay? Y'all should be proud of y'all 2 Olympians that got 5th and 6th. But instead, y'all focus on the 1 and the 2. And occasionally, sometimes the 400. Focus on something else. I at one point thought that if I were to go somewhere, I would go to Jamaica and try to train up some distance athletes to prove that you could find somebody down there. Okay? To prove that you can find somebody that actually can run because they're not given attention. So therefore, the distance, you would think because you got the talent to sprint, you should also be well with distance, right? But, hey, let's look at this 400 hurdles. Anna Cockrell did some work. What is going on? Oh, this is the Drake relays. Hold on. Let me look for the race here. Hold on. Oh, I'm so nervous to click on it if they copyright me. Hold on. Hold on. Wait a minute. Latest. I need to make the image smaller. I need to make the image smaller. Here it is right there. What is going on? What happened to Femke Bowl? She got a bronze. Okay, so this was what happened? Okay. Damn. She was gassed out. And you know what? That's not gassed out. Because that's taken away from what Anna Cockrell did. She broke 52 damn seconds. The best time to do a personal best is at the time where everybody is watching you. What is going on? I'm more excited over Anna Cockrell. They said, and until Americans can break both records, you won't be the greatest. Man, Mikey Don, get your hating ass out. I want you out of here. Just get out of here. Matter of fact, if y'all want to hate so much, let me load up the Zoom or StreamYard. And then y'all can come in and tell, I'm going to let you talk. I'm going to let you talk. How about I just load up the Zoom and you guys just start talking and I'm going to let you guys talk and you just get it out of your, just get it out of yourself. Get out your system. Okay? Get out your system. Because some of y'all are crying like little babies. Do I need to get you the binky and the baby bottle and put you in your crib, put the American flag blankie on you and put you to sleep? Because I had to do that to Mike. I had to do that to Mike. Like, y'all hating on the U.S. so much that even when you're not even in the stratosphere, you're still whining and complaining. Because guess what? The U.S. got the record in the 100 and 200 for the women. But we're not throwing it all up in your face like that. It's just like, hey, you won. Elaine won at the last Olympics. And we're like, hey, good job. Fantastic. Not the last, the last Olympics. We're like, yeah, good job. Shelly Ann wins in the 100. Very consistently. We're like, good job. Cool, we get you next time. But y'all over here just denying whole reality. Just denying the whole reality. Let me see this. They said she smoked bowl. 1, 2, 4. The U.S. did great. Just keep the sound. No, that's Lexus Hall. That's not how it works. They this AI and everything like that, they're able to, and the analytics thing here, they're able to keep the image. It has to be small enough. I saw it on some other channels. It has to be like real tiny, and they still might get you. I reversed the image. I made it a little bit smaller, and I put a green screen thing over it. And then the last Tokyo Olympics flagged my video and took it down. It flagged my video and took it down. And the way I see how this Olympics is going, the sabotage Jamaicans, we were the biggest threat. Okay, hold on. RG, I'm gonna have to time you out for that dumbass comment. I'm not even gonna entertain that. You said they sabotaged you. Should I put you on a permanent vacation? That didn't even make sense. You just said they sabotaged you. Actually, how come all the athletes, should we do what some of y'all do with other nations? Wait a minute, why are they, quote, injured? Are they using drugs? Because remember, that title I did the other day was exactly what a lot of the channels I see from Jamaica do with our athletes. The title I did the other day is what a lot of comments in my comment section, you go under the videos, and in the live streams do. This is the same thing. You don't like the energy when somebody gives it back to you. Because when some athletes are there, you say they're making excuses. They might be on drugs. Because it's very coincidental that Shelly Ann and Sharika Jackson, both of them, how did they both get injured? They're two different and Elaine at the same time. That's the best athletes. How did all three of the best athletes all just do it? Let me pretend to put my hat on, because somebody said in the comment section, don't you come and challenge a Jamaican. We have pride. Even when we lose, we will trash talk you. So I said when Sha'Carri was acting a fool in 2021, she was just acting like a Jamaican then? That's what somebody was telling me. So she was acting like a Jamaican. So if I act like a Jamaican, some Jamaicans. So what I would say right now, if I'm you, let me just put on my Jamaican cap real quick. Hey, how come the best top 3 athletes, they're using dope, they're doping. They got drugs going on. Let me just pretend I'm you for a second. Because this is all what you'll say. This is what I've seen in my comment. They're masking the drugs. They wanted to hide. They knew that they were going to get caught, so they just didn't show up. They just decided. They were like, oh, no, wait a minute. Something's going wrong. Somebody gave us the heads up. Let me not run the semifinal because they might do something. Let me not run this Olympics at all. Let me feign an injury. I know it's a big stage. I already got my sponsorship money, so I don't got to worry about anything right now. That's what I would say if I was your hating ass. Some of you Jamaicans, not all of you. Just too many. That's what I would say if I was hating. And of course, the crybabies are going to leave. Be gone. I don't care. We got the real ones out here. They're more reasonable. Hey, you take a loss, you throw a couple of jabs. They're kind of funny. They're kind of like whatever. I know I can understand those. But the other comments, get it out of here. Get it out of here. Let me see. Jamaica is a threat in 2 events, sir. Okay. Okay. Lex is Hall. Jamaica is a threat in 2 events. Sharika Jackson's pretty good in the 400. That's 3. Didn't Melaine Walker, didn't she almost break the world record, but then she said she didn't want to do it because she didn't really like doing the 400 hurdles. She was pretty dominant there. She won. And then she just kind of quit it. She was like, no, I want to do the 100. I mean, I don't know what you're saying is a threat in 2 events. Jamaica seems to be a threat in the sprints in general. I'm going to give them the props. See, I'm not a hater. I'm still going to talk reasonable here. But I'm just not liking it where somebody we got a medals. You didn't get a medal. This is the sign of a hater. When you win, they're nowhere to be seen. And they're trash talking you for maybe not performing at the best that you could perform. They're happy that you couldn't do that. That's what a hater is. And too many are hating. RG said, we've been kicking your ass for years. Go teach Richardson how to handle a defeat. She handled it very well, actually. She didn't even show up to the interview and complain. She kept her mind focused because she knew the media. She knew that the media would probably get to her mentally. So she's here. She's going to take whatever interview she needs after. Right? She went and said, hey, I lost. She gave her props to Julian Alfred, as you would see her do. Then she went out and said, yeah, I ain't saying nothing to them. They're going to ask me a dumb question. And I'm not about to entertain that right now. So I'm going to focus on what I need to do. Do this 4x1. Do what I need. Then we'll talk when we need to talk. Outside of that, I don't need to entertain them at all right now. And she handled her defeat gracefully. If you got to go back to 2021, where she was acting out, and what I was told, that's just how Jamaicans act. And actually, this is the proof. That's how Jamaicans act. Look at, it's 2024. Y'all getting the floor mop with you. And many are acting the same way that y'all claim that Sha'Carri was acting. Oh, that's an American thing. No, apparently that's Jamaican. You didn't see no Americans acting like that the other years. When did you see America act like that? When Usain Bolt came and dominated and streaked the field in 2008, 2012, 2016, 2009, 2015, 2013. I didn't see that from the Americans. I can still talk him up right now and still point out how we didn't act out like that. Y'all lose one, I'm telling you, one Olympics that was just real bad for you. Just took one L. And you think that this was a nuclear crisis going on. Not because y'all said, hey, we need to fix ourselves. We need to go back to JAA. The athletes need to go back there and do something about it. No, we got to complain about the Black Americans. We got to complain about the U.S. We're taking an L, so we need to latch ourselves on to our fellow Caribbean, which we were not owning at all at first. We were saying, yeah, she's good for competition, but hey, we're going to latch on to her. We're going to latch on to now we're going to slowly start the narrative. Gabby Thomas is part Jamaican. So that's actually our win too. That's what I'm seeing. They said they tested Bolt more than they ever tested any other athlete of all time. They couldn't find anything. Hey, you know, by that same logic, they tested Lance Armstrong on camera and they didn't find anything. What is that supposed to mean? You know, that talking point, I've been waiting for somebody to say that too. That talking point is just moot. You tested somebody, because every time I'm like, oh, Justin Gatlin wasn't whatever, because they bring up Justin Gatlin got busted, and I'm like, okay, he served this time, he didn't test positive again. That doesn't count for you. So I'm not going to count that for Usain Bolt either. We don't know. I'm going to do the same thing y'all do. I'm finna say keep the same energy that too many of you do. Again, it's not everybody. And I got a large Jamaican contingency on the channel. If they unsubscribe, they don't watch the videos. Hey, it is what it is. But, and for the people that know, I'm not talking specifically about those people. I'm talking about the trolls here. But some people, they probably gonna say, hey, he's talking about me too. If the shoe fits, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, just because somebody didn't test positive doesn't mean they were clean. Because that's what y'all be saying all the time. Y'all saying, oh, Sha'Carri, she's using something because she's with Dennis Mitchell. Okay, if that logic goes there, then the logic applies to Usain Bolt too. Keep the same energy. Because I'm finna keep the same energy from now on. From now on. Bondet Daniel said, Jamaica needs to thank the U.S. for exposing their athletes for the exposure their athletes are given to help them go on to the world stage. A lot of them are given scholarships to help them advance. Okay, that is true. So, Sydney McLaughlin-Lavroni, congratulations, world record and a Cockrell personal best. Fem Cabole got the bronze. Jasmine Jones with a personal best, but just missed it. For the U.S. in 4th. Rochelle Clayton in 5th. For Jamaica, Cheyenne Salmon. For Jamaica in 6th. Savannah Sutherland in Canada. Very interesting. And then Louise Maraval. Don't know how to pronounce her name. For France in 8th. So they had a finalist over there. They had a finalist. Let's see that photo real quick. This was crazy. This was crazy for that one right there. They said, let me see this. Let me see this. You going all the way back to Marion Jones? Aren't we in 2024? Come on now, quit. Just quit. Just quit. So, yeah. So, as far as this, since we got all of the other people out of the way, we talked about the 200-meter dash. We just covered the 400 hurdles. Tomorrow is what day? Tomorrow's Friday. So, we'll be back for 1 or 2 of the events tomorrow. Don't we got another final today? Somebody tell me, is there another final today, or was this the last one? Now, as far as the branding goes, because World Athletics is in an issue right now. They're losing money. Who is out there helping actually be a brand ambassador of the sport? Like, for real, for real. Like, who's bringing the attention? Usain Bolt is retired. He gets $10 million a year from Puma. Is he out there spreading the sport? Not really. He's not doing that afterward. He's kind of chilling. He said, I'm retired. I'm doing my thing. I'm doing that. So you got to rely on the current athletes there. The current athletes are Noah Lyles, Sha'Carri Richardson, Shelly Ann Fraser-Price, and everything like that. Go down the list. And the biggest names, you got to just admit, you might not like it. It's going to be the newcomer. The young blood are always really going to get more attention unless the veteran has so much accolades behind them. It's like, dang, you just got to respect that. LeBron James, as old as he is, still doing his thing. To the point where his son is on the same team. Now, that's crazy. Oh, the 110 hurdles is happening right now? Okay, let me pull up that real quick. That's where some people are going. Let me do the events. May as well keep the live going through the whole thing. Bring up this event right here. Let me see if I could pull. I know I can't pull it up live, but let me pull it up on my phone. I know I can't pull it up live here. I don't even want to risk that. Oh, that's the result. Grant Holloway with the win. Fantastic. 12.99 into a slight, that's about even win. Negative 0.1 meter per second headwind. Daniel Roberts in second. Oh, this is another photo finish. Is Jamaica going to come in here and say they don't have the photo yet? Are they going to say, oh, this was another one? Yes, actually, yes, they are. I'm not even going to ask that dumb question. I'm not going to ask the question. They're going to say Jamaica got cheated again. It's going to get pretty old here. because they got a 13.09. They're going to say, here's the 3 talking points. They should have got both a silver medal. They should have got a silver medal. And Jamaica got stolen from. That's the talking point here. It's that gold, silver? Yes. Gold, silver. They said, thank for what? Philly Yardy Vibe said, thank for what? One may argue the coaches and college programs benefited more. In fact, Jamaicans started excelling more when more athletes started staying home. Where did those... Okay, Philly Yardy Vibes, you've been here for a while, so I'm going to ask you a real question. Where did the techniques of how to train the coaches? Because even... Okay, this is so funny. The Jamaicans got the training from where? Who's MVP's coach? Could y'all tell me that for a second? I do know, and I do remember. Who's MVP's coach for a second? Because I recall, I'm going to bring that up now. I'm going to bring up a recording of him saying, because I said I was going to do that video, then I forgot. He literally said, the legendary Coach Francis was like, yeah, the American coaches are better. The American coaches are better. Most of the coaches in Jamaica, that's what he said. This is him. I'm quoting him. The coach, most of the coaches in Jamaica are just training on raw talent, and that causes injuries and so on and so forth. Versus actually using technique, rest, having a massage therapist, so on and so forth, and all of that. He went down the line of that. This was before the Olympics, but after the Jamaican trials. And they were, or before the Jamaican trials, they were talking about Elaine come back to MVP and everything. And it was regarding that. And so he was responding to how that is and why she gets more injured after him than with him or something like that. And I was like, dang, she kind of got injured with you too, but But yeah, he was talking about how the U.S. So what, you gonna say that he said it himself, that the U.S. has better coaches? He said it himself. And I'm going to bring the receipts. I don't really feel like looking for that right now. But I'm going to bring the receipts. Him saying it himself. Now y'all going to discredit him? Are y'all going to say, oh, I disown him? He's not Jamaican anymore because he dared to just say anything positive. You know what the weird thing is? This is why we had the delineation before. We realized that myself and others, Black Americans, we're able to uplift you and give you compliments. But it's like when we want to take a compliment for ourselves, it's like something, it's like you got to be a put down. You can't just enjoy somebody else winning. You can't enjoy somebody else being better and be like, okay, cool. Next time we finna dust it off, man, let's just go here. Like, that's how it is. We like, hey, you won today? Cool. I'm gonna get you next time. Matter of fact, here right now, let's lace up our shoes right now. Let's go again. That's how that is. Ain't no world hating on Jamaica. Whew, I'm not going to say that comment. Ain't no world is hating on Jamaica. There's almost... Okay, I'm going to put it this way. The white media, the same ones that are really real negative, and this one's going to be big. Remember how Nike ignored Shelly Ann, Sharika Jackson, and Elaine Thompson-Herah during the Prefontaine? Remember? And I said, and I made a video about that and said, man, they ignored y'all. I said this would have been a perfect chance to do like a boxing match. If you're going to have the challenger, which is Sha'Carri Richardson, that missed the Olympics because they had banned her, right? Okay, she missed the Olympics. And then you got the Olympic champion, silver medalist. You got the whole field there. Any one of them they could have matched up. You got the Olympic champion, 2-time Olympic 100-meter, 200-meter champion right there. And they could have did the hype. Instead, they just focused on the United States. You're expecting an American branded company that's their home in Eugene, Oregon, where they have nationals in Eugene, where they're about to have world championships the next year to then promote you, and then you're trash talking. Just think about this. Make this make sense for a second. You're trash talking the nation there, and you expect them to promote you when they see how you're acting. These people are watching these. Some of these people watch my stream. They're seeing how you are reacting when you take a L. Nobody wants to deal with that type of mentality. I'm being honest. You're saying, oh, they should be grateful. They ignored you and they still made their money. Think about that. They ignored your ass and they still made money off of that Prefontaine meet. And people were watching it because Sha'Carri, not because the other athletes. In all honesty, you had the Olympic champion and nobody cared. Nobody cared. You had Shelly Ann Fraser-Price, wasn't brought up. It was the reaction of how Sha'Carri lost that got the most attention. It was Sha'Carri being there that got that viewed. And it was a billing there. That's how that was. So you telling me somebody should be grateful, but yet you're not being grateful the other way around. Respect is a two-way street, and you're not even earning the respect there because you're acting out of line. You're just acting strange, some of y'all. You said, did the U.S. ever lose a photo finish? Have you heard of Veronica Campbell-Brown? Do I got to go there? Some of y'all are in y'all 40s and 50s. Y'all know better. Now, Philly Yardie vibes, I don't know how old you are. This was... come on now. And some of y'all say that y'all track fans. Y'all not track fans. Y'all just nationalistic, yes. And probably through, hey, we're good at this event, so we're going to support it. That's fine. Y'all are a normie. That's fine to be a normie, but you happen to be like, hey, our nation is good. That's okay too. That's not a problem. But some of y'all say y'all track fans. You're not. You're a normie, and you don't know that basic information. Do I have to bring up Veronica Campbell-Brown winning? And then you say, did the U.S. ever lose a photo finish? Christian Coleman lost to Jacobs with a photo finish. Come the frick on. This is just what I could think on the top of my head. Even Allison Felix was bad at, what's her name, quote, diving at the line, and that was like a photo finish right there. Shanae Miller-Weibo. Do I have to go down the line and just really put it to you? This is just something that is ridiculous. But like I said, sponsors don't want to support a nation. They're going to blackball you. They already don't like black people in general. And you get ignored. They only want to use you. Okay? You're saying somebody should be grateful. They're using you like a freaking slave. And then you get ignored all throughout the rest of the year. Think about it like this. Jamaica is only talked about when it comes time for the Olympics. And then there's nothing else talked about them. The most that are talked about from Jamaica is this channel. A couple other Americans that's doing it. But there's nobody really in those media companies trying to push Jamaica, not whatsoever. They push Britain. They push African, a couple of Africans. Kenya, they push Kenya. And Ethiopia more than they push Jamaica. This is looking at media numbers in general. And I'm not really trying to be offensive. I'm literally just saying the facts. I am a business-minded person. I look at the numbers. They don't care about you. I'm over here saying this stuff I love, but y'all coming over here, coming up saying some weirdo stuff. Oh, the men's 2004 Olympic relay. Yes. Let me see. Thompson, Fraser-Price, and Brand Jamaica brought the international viewership. Philly Yardie vibes, no. Okay? Let me see something real quick. I might have to, when you talk about Europe is kind of already watching things though. But when you talk about markets and how big, let me just show you this. Let me break this down for you. Here's the richest sports leagues on the planet. NFL, 17 billion. Okay, we don't want to hit them with that. Okay, 9.5 billion for the Indian Premier League. And okay, and you're going to say, oh, Indians watch it. No, Jamaica does watch cricket. Yep, Jamaica does watch cricket. Got a couple of Jamaican athletes. Yes, I said I was going to go into cricket. I do my research. And other nations other than India watch and support cricket. So it's not just 100% India, but yes, majority, just like NFL's almost US. But these other ones are not just strictly there. Basketball, baseball, that's outside the US. So let's knock those two off and say, Major League Baseball, 11.5 billion. NBA, 10 billion. And actually, it's going to go up to like 15 or something even higher than that because the new deal they got. English Premier League, 6 billion pounds. So that's about 7.8 billion. Okay. Now, if we look at it like that, compare this even to Serie A, which is a footballer league, right? In Spain, that's 2.6 billion euros, about 3.2 billion US dollars. The reason why I bring that up is this. Track and field is more popular than almost all of the sports that are making more money than it. And if it is done right, Jamaica will be rich as hell. Not just the athletes, but the nation in itself from the sport. Because India can start benefiting. You know how much money is going into India right now? Outside of just the athletes, but just into India, the branding, some of the vacation spotting because of that. Because they developed the T20. Now, I brought that up to then look at World Athletics, and their revenue was $54 million. That's for a whole world-wide industry. World. That's not a nation. That's not a league that's in one spot. The whole freaking world, and y'all just only brought in $54 million? What? And they lost almost 20 in this last year, 2023. Those are 2022 numbers then. That's what this is. And you telling me what? This money is not being captured correctly. The money is not being captured correctly. That's the problem. This is a perfect time for Jamaica to capitalize on it. This is a perfect time to capitalize on it. Let me see some of the comments. Let me see. Botswana save us from the pollution. What the heck? Okay. Why couldn't Jamaicans save themselves? Legendary Super Saiyan Jackson said. They hate Jamaica. Okay, Mikey Don said they hate Jamaica for other reasons because we don't believe in a lot of what they want us to promote. We have morals and stand on it. No, y'all don't. Morals is called not lying. And y'all coming in this comment section lying. What moral is that? You know, to be moral means you need to tell the truth. What truth did you say when you just said, hey, this was stolen from Kashane? That's not a truth. You can look at the picture. What truth is it to say that the winner should be this when that's not the rules? The rules have been like this forever. In some cases, Shelly Ann would probably lose because of her short ass legs. In that case. Some of these finishes have been close enough with somebody else's foot. And matter of fact, it's so funny. Y'all stopped the narrative once people pointed out that even Kashane still would have got second if it went by a foot. That's not having morals or integrity. Let me see. They said, what is it to gain all the money and lose your soul? Man, dude, we can get money and keep your soul. Actually, more money breeds more integrity. Because you could tell the truth. It's like, hey, I'm going to pay my bills on time. Boom. Versus if you're struggling and you don't have money, now you say I pay my bills, then you become a liar when you couldn't pay them on time. Boom. Right there. What the hell are you talking about? That's like when they try to convince the athletes and the viewers right here. Y'all ain't gonna like this thing because y'all about to interpret this as I'm hating on it. And I'm actually talking money talk here. But y'all, if y'all here for sports, I already can see the I'm losing y'all. But if you're here and you want to upgrade yourself, it's easier to have higher integrity with more money. Versus if, let's talk about the opposite end. You are in poverty. Where does poverty have? You're starting to scam people more likely because you're struggling. You just like, man, I'm just trying to get some bread. You might start stealing or something like that. That's what happens on the opposite end. We got two opposite ends. You got the people that's hyper greedy. And greed can happen when you broke too. You know, it's a lot of greedy broke people. They just can't put the money together, but they're greedy. They just can't figure out how to keep the money in their pockets. That's the only difference. The money will expose them for being greedy, but they didn't become greedy because of the money. They were already there. It's like people talk about them corrupt politicians and then they get in that spot and they're the same. Oh, I thought you were talking about. Oh, I see. You're the same. Now let me see this. Uh, Tina B. Tyne said, wait. Let me go back up there. We ain't gonna have to wave that flag. They want us to. Legendary Super Saiyan Jackson said, internationally track, aka athletics, is already big in viewership and has been forever. Yes, the viewership is huge. The numbers, as far as money, is low. And I explained that on Track and Field is Dead yesterday. Let me see here. Usain Bolt was great at making sure sponsors came to Jamaica. Before him, we weren't getting exposure like that. The only top athlete we had were the ones that went to U.S. college was Veronica Campbell-Brown. Yes, and I remember they decided, they said, look, we're going to change some different things so that we can have a program. It took them, all of 6 years or something to develop, starting with that, if you include Asafa Powell, because it didn't really take too long. Let me see. He made sure they came to Jamaica for commercials and interviews. Usain, Johan, Asafa, Shelly, Elaine, Sharika, the list goes on, are not U.S. trained. Okay. Lyles painting his nails and wearing pearls for money. No thanks. That might be him personally. He doesn't have to do that, but that's his own particular style. Okay, great. Okay, next. What's the other one? Let me see. Basically anything to keep from big up and Noah Lyles after kicking Jamaica's ass fair and square, right? Jamrock? That's funny. Let me see. Botswana in the building. That's a pack, Noah. Let me see. Excuses. So y'all will say the U.S. runners got COVID. No, that's a fact, and he still lost, okay? It looks like we got a bot person up in here. Noah got COVID. Didn't Usain Bolt say a couple months or a year ago that he lost his $12 million from a bank they stole it? Yeah, the scam that happened over there. Oh, real integrity. That was a Jamaican that did it to him. You said y'all got integrity and somebody stole from Usain Bolt. Okay. Noah whooped Kashane's ass, nail polished and all. Let me put the nail polish emoji up in here. Matter of fact, I'll put the nail polish emoji up in there. Let me do that for that Noah Lyles real quick. Let me put his little pearls and his nail polish emoji real quick. He over there getting his nails done and hair done and everything. Hey, you know what? Cool. Hey, if it turns out he a little bit fruity on the fruity side, okay, cool. Hey, that's gonna be him, and he's still kicking ass. What they got to do with it? What does his putting on nail polish got to do with anything? I don't see how that takes away from his winning, and I don't think his sponsors told him to do that. That was what he decided to do, because you don't see the other men doing it. So that's a Noah Lyles thing. So if he does his nail polish and he goes and glitz and glamour and all of that stuff, great, fantastic. That'll be fantastic for him. That's funny how I got a picture of Noah. Let me take a screenshot of this. Got a picture of Noah Lyles here on a post sports, but it shows, but it's about Sydney. That's crazy. It's about Sydney, but it shows a picture of Noah Lyles down there. Man, they were putting in work. Those 5 were ahead of the last 3. Turns out, man, the U.S. 1, 2, and 4th. Fantastic in that 400 hurdles. Femke Bol, it wasn't your time this time, but hey, that was a good bronze. It was a good bronze. And guess what? If Femke Bol, because of, how I am and many of my people are, we'd have been like, hey, great job, Femke Bol, you won. We don't have to trash talk and put other people down when they win. That's the difference. That's all I'm saying to y'all. And if y'all don't like to hear it, cope somewhere else. They said Kenny's athletic performance, backstory, and incredibly good looks, should be a sponsor's dream. He should be everywhere, SM said. Hey, if you liking the way he looks, hey, cool. Hey, if he got the poster board look for you, hey, that could be a good idea. He should go and market that. Hey, he's upgraded every single time Kenny has been popping up. He's been getting slightly higher. I think the exception last year or something, but he's been inching his way up. Is he ready for a 200-meter win in the future? Is he ready for a 200-meter win? Because I've noticed he's been consistently silver and bronze, exception last year. So is he ready for a potential gold the next time around when these things happen? I don't know. I'm going to just say that right there. But anyway, guys, this has been a good one. I think we just got to keep the branding in mind. Don't be sore losers, people. Don't be sore losers. It makes everybody look bad. It makes everybody look bad. Like I said, the white media already don't like black people in general. The white media don't like none of us. And they really just are using Jamaicans around the Olympic time, and that's it. That's it. It's like, okay, and then you don't exist. They ignore you. It took Usain Bolt, like you said, to make them come down there. Guess what? Shelly Ann wasn't able to do that. Oops. Was it Shelly Ann also? You know, legendary. So it took Usain Bolt with his star power that he got. Think about that. Usain Bolt had so much star power, the other Jamaican athletes were eating. With no Usain Bolt, would any of this other stuff happen? Highly doubt it. Think about it that way. Without a Usain Bolt, the other Jamaican athletes, and therefore Jamaica wouldn't eat. And I got to hand it off to Johan Blake. Y'all been on his ass, and I was talking good about him, and I still am going to talk good about him right now. Because he's been doing youth development programs and so many other development programs in Jamaica. And he's only brought up right now in response to me saying stuff now. But y'all didn't bring him up on your own. That's the shameful thing. You're only bringing up the stuff in response, but other than that, you like trash talking this dude. Think about that. Johan disappointed me. Johan should have did that. Johan did that. Okay, what about his youth development programs? What is he doing in the communities? What is he doing to go build? He's building, and I know this stuff. I look at it. I do my research on all these people. He's doing a fantastic thing. And he's probably struggling mentally because he reads these comments. I see on his YouTube, he reads the comments, he responds to them. So that means he's probably reading other comments. Those things affect him. He sounded defeated the last time around. Okay, Tania Marie said, when certain countries not used to winning and being dominant, they hate anyone who congrats. They hate anywho. Congrats, go Tebogo. Yeah, that's right. Tania, you right. Because before this, Jamaica was not winning. And Jamaica changed its program and started winning. And now, one time, y'all showing y'all ass, and it's very ugly. Okay, Mikey Don, this about you. No matter how someone trash talk you, you keep it real professional. Thumbs up to you for that. Appreciate it, Mikey Don. We've had our the disagreement here in the comment section. Hunter Jules said, for the 100-meter final, wasn't fun without the Jamaican girls. Maybe for you, it was fun to me. It was still fun to me. That 100-meter final with Alfred going on there and showing their stuff, that was still fun. Hey. They said another huge reason Johan is respected internationally. Yeah, that's why he said he gets a lot more love outside of Jamaica than in Jamaica. It's like, yeah, he had his differences with Usain Bolt and the coach and things like that, but you look outside of that, and he was doing pretty well. Islander said, Kashane Thompson's coach said Kashane felt a hamstring tweak after the semis, but U.S. media isn't mentioning that. So I don't want to hear no excuses about Noah and COVID. Huh? I mean, Kashane didn't bring it up himself. He said that he didn't trust his speed. What are you talking about? He didn't bring it up himself. He had the camera right in front of his face. It's not the US media not covering it. If you don't talk when they put the camera, when it's big, when it's there, when they got you, then it doesn't count. Noah talked about him being sick. He talked about how he was more tired than normal. He talked about in round 1 of the 200. Do I got to pull up that interview again? He talked about in round 1 where he said, "Yeah, I'm feeling it in my legs and I was a little bit tight. Like, to be honest, I don't feel all the way there." That's what he said in round 1. He said, "But hey, I got to come out here and I got to do it." That's what he said. So he did it with the mic in front of his face. What are you talking about the US? Why would the US media cover Jamaica? Just ask that for a second. Just think about that for a second. Why would the United States cover Jamaica when the United States is focused on US athletes getting gold? I'm not a US media, so I'm trying to cover a lot of different angles. But like I said, this year I was going to focus. I told y'all ahead of time. I'm focused more on the men, and I'm going to focus on the US a little bit more. But think about that. Why would the y'all be saying some really strange things? Why would the United States go out of its way to cover Jamaica? That's one. Because you don't see the Caribbean media, which I watch Sports Max and others. You don't see them say the smaller things. And if you do with an American athlete, it's because it's a top athlete or somebody that's always in the media, and you know that. Because Shane Thompson, where's he at internationally? He just barely came on the scene last year, and he wasn't all the way there. So this year he's making a splash. The U.S. media covering that. Why? Just ask yourself a logical question. If you just think for a little bit, you'll figure that out. It just doesn't make any sense. Just like you wouldn't see Dutch media. Now, Noah Lyles gonna get talked about because he should get talked about. He's a huge ass name. It's like Usain Bolt getting talked about. That would make sense. You said, go and watch Stephen Francis' interview. Some athletes don't like to make excuses themselves. Okay, no excuses made. Okay, no excuses made. I wouldn't either. You put a thing up in front of me, I'm going to say the reason why, but I'm not going to hold that as an excuse, but I'm going to say the reason why. That's how I talk. I talk when I say reasons. One person was like, "Oh, you make an excuse." No, I just said, "Oh yeah, so I tripped up because of this thing, but I still should have beat you. That's my fault." No excuse made. I said the reason, or if I just didn't feel like bringing it up, I wouldn't. But like I said, it don't count. You didn't say it there. Noah Lyles wasn't making an excuse either. He just said, "Hey, my leg hamstring or something like that is feeling it. I didn't even feel myself at all." Okay, he said that right there. Was that him making an excuse? See, the way y'all look at it, see, it's only one-sided. It's only one-sided. See, if Noah just brings up something in the first round, that's going to be an excuse for why he lost later. But you know, if, for example, Elaine talked about it and won, or she lost, oh, that's her defense now. She got a hamstring issue. That's her defense. Except for when Shelly wins, now it's, oh, Elaine making excuses because another Jamaican won. Because that's what I've seen. It's very consistent. Very consistent. Y'all shield each other very well. If it's, you know, somebody else winning. Tori Bowie was, I think, an exception. For some reason, y'all didn't jump on Tori Bowie like that. I think y'all was more disappointed in Elaine just out of nowhere, just finishing so far back that y'all didn't jump on Tori Bowie. Y'all particularly liked her. But anybody else that had anything like that, Carmelita Jeter and whatnot, it's like, look, if you dare challenge our athletes, we gonna trash talk you. They don't have to cover Jamaican athletes intricately, but no excuses for Noah. None, none, none. You know what? That don't roll around here because there was nothing but excuses made for Oblique Seville. The first thing that happened was injured. So that's why I bring up COVID here. Yep. Nope. I keep the same energy. Anything you see me say here, I want y'all to know this from now on for the 30-something people here, and I'm going to end it in about 2 minutes. For the people that are here and anybody here listening to the post recording. Anything you see me do that you may dislike, just realize that it's probably Jamaica did that first, and I'm finna just reflect the same thing I see Jamaica doing. I'm finna do that for like the next year. Anything that I see, I'm finna just reflect where I see a lot of Jamaicans. It can't just be one or two. It's gotta be enough where it's noisy, loud, where it's just like, okay, that right there, that was unnecessary. If it's something like that you see, then that's because I'm reflecting. I'm giving back the same energy. I said at the beginning of this year, 2024 is the year of results. I said that, I think on this channel, but on another one, definitely my Bank of Trade and Value and in crypto groups and in my WhatsApp, personally, people that know me. I said, if you don't end this year with more money in your bank than you started with, you failed. This is the year of results. No excuses. We got 5-something months. Now, that may sound random to you right now, but the result is going to be I'm keeping the same energy that people are dishing out to me. If they act funny with me, we do loans with people or something like that, I'm going to act funny with them. If they going to talk to me like I'm crazy or talk to people around me like I'm crazy, that means the only reason they ain't talking about me crazy is because I'm around them right now, and all I gotta do is swap places with the other one, and I'm talked about crazy. So I see that stuff, I'm gonna keep the same freaking energy. Y'all didn't like how I said destroyed the other day? Well, people said he got the floor mop with him when he just simply took a loss in an insignificant round one to an athlete that we know wasn't gonna make it past that. But hey, we gotta hype it up to the point where we gotta exaggerate. You didn't even have to exaggerate. You could just be like, yeah, Noah ain't looking too good. He lost in round one. Nope, you just gotta say, he got the floor mop with him. Okay. It was only 0.001 seconds. Okay, he destroyed the field. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna keep, oh, you gotta exaggerate? I'm gonna blow it out of proportion. Man, they weren't even close. That's what the 100 wasn't even close, guys. Man, what are you doing? It was so close. It was a photo finish. He stole it, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it wasn't even close. Light years. I'm just gonna do the same thing you doing. They said no denying. Shelly Ann was missed, but it was great showing thanks to Julian. Okay, wait a minute. Let me go up here. And then I'm going to read these comments and then we out. They said, dang, I got to go back up. Here they said, Johan disrespected his coach. That's where Jamaicans were in for him. Let me see. Let me go down. The intricate coach-athlete relationship is none of y'all's businesses. Yeah, that's true. Swiper the Fox said, you can't disrespect someone who lifted you from nothing to something. Y'all version of disrespect is weird. Because I don't think Johan disrespected the coach at all, but it's different cultures, so I'll see that, because I would just interpret it like that's a disagreement. That's not disrespect. Like, I'm not going to jump down somebody's throat because we had a disagreement. Disrespect is a whole other thing. He never slandered his coach. He never really talked down on him. He just had things that he disagreed and was like, hey, I needed to do better. Hey, he seemed like he had favoritism to Usain over me. Okay, he sounds a little whiny. Cool. That's not disrespecting the coach. That definition of disrespect is weird. And for you to turn your back on somebody like that, hey, you know what? That sounds kind of strange to me. That means that you're a fair weather fan. You're not really having their back. You're only with them when they benefit you. The same way that white media does to black people, typically, and more specifically the Jamaicans. Now, I said Islanders, same reason you aren't hearing the U.S. talk about Andre DeGrasse or some ish. Yeah, exactly. There we go. Thank you, Jackson. Just my opinion. I feel like Shelly could have still come out at least to get second or third place. No, even before that, she looked like she could have been struggling. But yeah, she could have, but she didn't show up. So she ducked and dodged. She ducked and dodged. And you know what? Same thing. Since y'all said that's not an excuse, Shelly Ann, that's not an excuse. The warm up thing wasn't an excuse. You know what? I am 100% behind the brave and awesome Sha'Carri Richardson. She was so brave to go out there. She risked an injury for not being fully warmed up, and which affected her for 2 rounds, and it affected her in the final for that, because you only got an hour. What you gonna use that? Because a lot of their warm-ups take 45 minutes or 30 minutes. You just finished running. You need to be able to recover and get all of your massages and icing in. She did not have a proper warm-up. We saw that happen. So I gotta have a respect for Sha'Carri Richardson for still going out there and doing it. But Shelly Ann, she was a no-show. She kind of ducked and dodged. She was kind of scared. So, you know what? I don't know. There's no excuses. Like y'all said, no excuses. I don't want to hear no excuses, right? We keep it all 100. No excuses. No COVID, no nothing. Noah Lyles lost. Shelly Ann lost. She got her ass handed to her. She lost so bad, she got scared and didn't even show up in the next round. That's how bad that loss was. It's even worse you didn't show up. Because you didn't even give them the dignity of beating you. You just said, nah, I don't want to do it. Right? Is that how y'all want to talk? If that's how y'all want to talk, we can go there. Let me see. They don't have to cover Jamaican athletes intricately, but no excuse. All right, okay, went there. Swiper. There's always two sides. Plus, it's their relationship. This isn't basketball wives or something, brother. They said, no sprinting is fun without Jamaica and the U.S. We all know that the U.S. and Jamaica is the Olympics when it comes to track and field. They said, no denying Shelly was missed, but it was great. More injury excuses than any other, consistent with it too. That's why I always say Jamaicans don't hate American athletes. Jamaicans just don't like Sha'Carri and Noah specifically. We love Felix, McLaughlin, Gabby, etc. Jamaicans were repping Oblique before he got injured. When he got last, Jamaicans weren't complaining, even having him as a medal contender. Actually, it's people that call him Asafa Seville in here. It was people calling him like Asafa Powell because he consistently is there but then doesn't show up. The only reason that got overshadowed now is because Noah Lyles won. That was it. If it wasn't for that, it would have been more tearing him apart. I guarantee you. If it wasn't Noah Lyles winning by such a close margin, it would have been more ripping apart. I'm telling you. Because there was already comments ripping apart Oblique Seville. They just got overloaded by, oh, Kashane actually won. He got stolen. That's what happened. That's all that happened. Trust and believe Oblique Seville was ripped apart. Okay, said Jamaicans don't like anybody. They only love to jump on people like a pit bull, Mildred Allen said. That's what it seemed like to me. And these are the final comments. We only got two more. Mikey Don said, there is nothing wrong with being patriotic. Jamaica is like a needle in the haystack compared to the United States. We are definitely doing good compared to the USA in sports. No. The Jamaica has 94 medals at the Olympics. The United States has 3,500 something medals at the Olympics. Now, if we just compare and say, let's take out all the years before any black people were competing, you still have 94 medals, and the United States has like no. It was, I looked up this number because I was waiting for somebody to say something similar to this. I do my research over here. It's almost about 2,400 or something Olympic medals. So almost 1,000 of them were, you know, if we went far back and then you just say, hey, just where Jamaica started to try to compete and stuff, you still got about only 1,000 knocked off from that. When you say competing well against the United States, I look at it like this. The GDP of Jamaica should be comparable to 80% of that of the United States. That's how it should be punching weight. You should be punching weight to that point. Because if you think about it like this, doesn't India, doesn't China, don't they have 1 billion plus people? Population size is completely irrelevant when you have millions of people. When you have millions, it's irrelevant anymore. St. Lucia, now that is a standout story with only 70,000 people. Now that is a standout. That's history for them. But I saw people saying they're making history for the Caribbean. Even the St. Lucian people came up and was like, let us have a win. To the Jamaican profiles that were saying that on X and Twitter. They were like, let us have a win. You guys were talking about Jamaica when you guys won. It wasn't a history for the Caribbean because you guys have already won. There is no history. It's history for St. Lucia. I saw these comments. I was going to bring that up earlier. I changed the topic because Noah Lyles had lost. But yeah, what are you talking about? What are you talking about doing well compared to the U.S.? You mean doing well in 2 events? 3, 4, maybe? That's not doing, quote, well. You got to be able to punch weight. China and India ain't punching no weight in athletics. And they got billions of people. 2 billion between both of them. The whole continent of Africa is another billion. If you add up all the nations there, they're not punching weight. That is not a population size thing. Because if it was, then what are you talking about? The entire rest of the planet added together still cannot beat the United States. What are you talking about? That's not punching weight and doing well. Let's just talk facts for a second. That's why it says USA versus the world. Let's talk real numbers. If the population size was there, the US is only what? How much percentage of the population for the world? 5% or something like that? And yet, the whole world combined cannot add up to the medal count or even compare to the United States. If you just added everybody up and it was team everybody versus the United States, still would not win. That's what I'm just like, wait a minute. Population size is irrelevant. That argument doesn't work. Now, it does work if I were you guys and this was a business meeting, I would be up here. I'll be at Nike, be like, look, our small island nation, we over here, we're able to do this. We got 17 million people. And you know what? We're able to do this, or 70 million. We're able to do this, X, Y, and Z. See, that's what we do. And if you give us this money, Nike, if you give us another 1.2 billion, okay, $300 million, we're going to be able to do this, this, and this. We're going to add in distance races. We're going to do this long jump, high jump. We're going to be able to dominate here. And we're going to be ambassadors in the big markets. We're going to go to the United States because they got a big market. We're going to develop a market here in Jamaica so that people are coming here, right? This is going to be like Malaysia. This is going to be like Dubai, because Dubai ain't got nothing going on. They got no natural resources. Jamaica got a whole bunch of them. Yet Dubai got all these billions of dollars of GDP, trillions. That's what Jamaica should be. I look at Jamaica and be like, dang, missed opportunity. I'm over here looking at it. I'm like, dang, I really want to see y'all. This is why I'm having this conversation. Some of these conversations are going to be hard. They out of love, trust, and believe. But you just said something that don't make sense. Y'all, that makes sense in y'all head, but say it out loud. If population size was a thing, then the United States would be beat by medal count and golds. Will be beat by medal counts and goals during the World Championships. Doesn't happen. During the Olympics. Doesn't happen. So the next time y'all use population, just say, all right, put all the rest of the world as one country, add all of their medals up, and then see what happens. Oh, they might beat the United States. Okay, cool. Let me see. What was that last comment that I said I was going to read? Hold on. Oh my goodness. Something went down the wrong pipe. Hold on. Let me see. Let me see that. No, crime rate is a percentage. So the phrasing that you just said is wrong. Crime rate is percentage. Jamaica has an extremely high crime rate. That's by percentage. Now, if you talk about literal crime by the numbers, then yes, the United States does have a higher crime number. Crime rate is percentage. This is where y'all got to learn this thing, because y'all not around lawyers and stuff a lot. I'm around lawyers. There's different phrases that people say, and it sounds like it sounds one way, but not. Crime rate is by percentage. If you were to say this in an argument, you would lose that argument. Or if you were to use it in court, for example, you would lose that. Crime rate is percentage. Jamaica has a higher crime rate than the U.S. That's why they say that, quote, black on black crime, because they're trying to do percentages, and they try to ignore and say, oh yeah, white people are actually killing black people more than anything, and every group, attacks themselves and blah, 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 all of those things. That's why they say those bogus ass numbers, so that they can try to manipulate things. So, no. Let me see something here. You said they need to stop dragging Noah, but it's mostly the Americans doing it. Yeah, they're gonna joke on them for the NBA thing. Yeah. But anyway, as they say, how can we beat for medal when we don't have so many people competing? Okay, I'm glad that you said this. Let me do it this way. Mikey Don, I'm glad that you just said that. How is it that black Americans are smaller in population than white America, and yet the teams that you look at for the sports are inhabited by black Americans? Oops. Oops, wait a minute. NBA, NFL. Should I go on? Should I go on the soccer team? Should I keep going track and field? Should I go and keep doing this? Should I go down by how you don't need a bigger population size to then dominate with something with a smaller population size? Should I do that? That was a good question. Something you may not have thought of. I'm not saying it is that in a demeaning way, but that was actually a good question. I'm glad that you asked it, because I would have never thought to then tackle it from this direction. But that's evidence right there. Just think of black Americans dominating in the media fields. And then they say the thing about the immigrants dominating things in the U.S., but they're literally a small population size. Come on now. You can use that argument everywhere. Population is irrelevant. Once you get to millions, there is no more time for excuses. Not at all. Once you get to millions, it's no more time for it. You don't got room for excuses no more. I'm glad that you asked that question. But just think about that for a second. Next time you're just like, okay, wait a minute. Black American population is this. The U.S. population 350. Black Americans about 40, because they undercount black Americans anyway. So it's like, okay, you take out the immigrants that's there. They say 10%, which is an over exaggeration, and undercounting us at the same time. So essentially, you just take the 10%, put the 10% back in, so 45 million. Okay, cool. And then you're like, wait a minute. They seem to be represented and dominated in these fields, and there are a bunch of white people that try out, but they just can't make it. Isn't that strange? Oh, smaller population can dominate. You see, smaller population can dominate. You say it's funny how they factor population when mentioning negative stuff, but population doesn't matter when it's positive. Ma'am, didn't I just say right now that the U.S. has more crime than Jamaica, but the crime rate may be higher? So I just did factor in the population. Your argument has already been defeated before you even brought it up. I tell you, when y'all have talking points, y'all don't listen to a person. Y'all just talk. Right. Y'all just kind of say that. There are still more black people in America than the entire Jamaica. Here we go. But you focus almost all of your energy into track and field and cricket. Come on now. Most of the energy is focused in track and field, cricket, and soccer. Here goes an excuse. I just gave you the reason. See, this is the sign of somebody that just loses, that wants to lose. There's no such thing as a victim mentality. Not really. That's a phrase to people to do that. So I'm not going to bring it up, but I'll say a phrase of a loser or somebody that wants to lose. When you're given a logical reason, instead of going with that, you instead just... I'm not going to go there. I just gave you the thing. I've already settled it. You're just going to keep bringing up, but this, but that, but that. No, I already diffused it. I defeated it with USA versus the world, and I defeated it within the U.S. population. Okay? I defeated within the U.S. population. I can go do the same thing with Kenya and the Indian folks that own so much. They are less than, 5% of the population there, but yet they own so much of the area. The white folks that own basically... the Kenyan safaris, they're less than 1% of the population. You don't need population sizes to be dominating something. It works everywhere. It works one place. It works all places. You don't need the population size. What you need is a dedicated, consistent subsection, roughly 10%. It's somewhere around there. That's how revolutions start in all countries. It started by the minority. The majority are followers. So when you see in West Africa, they're having all these uprisings and stuff, that's because a minority did it and the rest of them was like, oh, we could join in? Cool. But it was a small, 10% or less, probably 3% of that population was like, man, I didn't had it. That's all it takes. So it takes 10% of Jamaicans to go toward it, and they can have a program like that. But like I said, when you get those coaches and staff more organized, as Thomas Dodd in the shot put has said, then maybe more wins and more medals could come, because you're inhibiting your own athletes. Your own athletes can't even access their coaches. So anyway, have a good one. Peace out. You've been listening to Nick for Head and Shoulders ATR, where we cover athletes, performances, and otherwise that are head and shoulders above the rest. We will be here tomorrow. This one got a little bit more tense today, but hey, it is what it is, out of love, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Everybody stay safe. Keep building. You know what?